What's going on, guys? T2RX6 here, back for another third-party review, and today we're taking up the Newage number 15. This is Samael, otherwise known as Skywarp, and let's just be clear about it. Skywarp is by far my favorite of the Seekers. Just that drop-dead sexy black and purple paint, it's definitely the best looking of the original three Seekers in my opinion. So obviously there is no difference on this guy in his jet mode versus Starscream, which we looked at last week, other than the colors, and I am okay with that. So going on to accessories, we do have the two null rays. Again, I like to put them in the jet mode. In a baggie here, we have two black missiles. I have Starscream over here. We'll look at him with the gray missiles. Again, they give you the Megatron gun. It's fine, I guess, but once you have one Megatron gun, you don't really need any more. I'll say Skywarp showed me an accessory that I wish they came with that they didn't, but we'll get to that. You have the hands, the splayed open, and the pointing hands again. And once again, you have the exact same colored effect parts. I'm not sure how I feel about this. I do kind of wish that maybe they were cast in a translucent orange instead of the blue, but I mean the blue probably will look better if you were to use them on all three Seekers, right together. So either way, I don't know. Orange for variety, blue for uniformness. And then we also have the blast effects, again, exactly the same. You also get another piece of the space bridge, all the same stuff. But one thing that's particularly curious about Skywarp here, and maybe it's just mine, and I don't know if it's the clear plastic or Skywarp himself, but when I put him on this piece here, and I plug it in up here, Skywarp just kind of falls. So just for comparison, here's Starscream, and I can actually take Starscream and I can put him sideways and he stays. He kind of wants to move, but not like Skywarp. There's no chance Skywarp gets that at all. So let's try this. This is the one that came with Starscream. Let's see if it's Skywarp's hole or the plastic here. Yep, it's Skywarp's hole. So we'll move this over here. Something about the mold for Skywarp doesn't let him be in that kind of very dynamic jet, kind of doing a bank through the air, which is a shame because I kind of wanted to, given that we have three pieces here, I wanted to have Starscream in the middle, straight on, and then Skywarp and Thundercracker on either side, banking off to the side. I probably can fix it with some, clear nail polish or something in the little hole back there. That's probably something I'm going to have to try, but it is a little bit disappointing that his stand doesn't really work for the intended purpose. And this could be just limited to mine, but it is something to be aware of. If you do have a Skywarp and he has the same problem, let me know. Maybe it's something I should contact my distributor that I have a piece that is defective or could be replaced if they have spare parts. Yeah, let me know. Let me know how yours works. So in case you're super excited to collect 12 of these guys, you put these together and you lock this in place like so. And at the bottom here, and there we go. We got two pieces of our space bridge. Truth be told, I think if you bought the three Seekers and then the three cone heads, you're not getting a full circle, but at least it's enough for a diorama piece to make the space bridge. Because, I mean, these are pretty big overall. I would say maybe 6-7 inches across, something like that. Just kind of eyeballing it here. So I have to imagine, since the arc's not huge, we're looking at 1, 2, maybe 3 more to get a semicircle here. Actually, I guess since I counted 12, it should be 4 more to make the semicircle. And that's pretty big. I would say it probably goes the whole length of the camera here for that space. So getting all 12s is going to be a pretty big circle. And it just kind of showed the vision of how I thought I would display it. And just to kind of show the vision of how I thought I would display this guy until I saw that Skywarp can't actually hold a pose like this, like Starscream. Like, this is really kind of what I thought, and like, how cool would that display be? You know, get them all facing generally the right direction and having Thundercracker over here. Like, it's just so dynamic looking. And then real quick, looking at the top of Skywarp here is the missiles equipped on Starscream, just so you can see the difference. Again, I really like the null rays on the jets. Like, they don't really make a whole lot of sense, but I just dig the overall look. So for me, the missiles are just going to be sitting in a box. And so we already went over the transformation last week with Starscream, so we're not going to spend too much time on it, but we will do the transformation from jet mode to robot mode, because a long time watcher of my channel, Eyes Covered, pointed out one little thing I forgot with Starscream. Shout out to him for showing me something I didn't realize when I did this. So I want to make sure that you guys see it too. So we're going to go ahead and just, once again, just kind of take all this stuff out. Fold that closed, and then I always just find the elbow joint and just kind of rotate it up so I know that I found it. From here, we're going to come out to this back piece, open this little piece up, pull that back, rotate the head around, and drop it on through. From here, I do like to separate this. You don't really need to, but I just like to do it at this point. From here, rotate this chest piece, and then kind of rotate it all the way around. And we'll do that again for the other side. There we go. It is not the easiest piece when you have large fingers. But there we go. It's kind of working. There we go. All the way through and around. Bring the nose cone, split it, and fold it down, and then fold this piece in. From here, make sure your shoulders are all the way open, and then fit that in here and click. There we go. So there's the chest done. You can fold these arms down in place like this and drop these air intakes in just to kind of bring them forward a little. We'll go ahead and open up the wings on both sides here. Make sure you have enough clearance to get by the arms. Bring it up, fold it in, and fold these in. Now, this is the part that I missed on Starscream. I said you can kind of put where the wings where you want. They do have an extra joint here. You slide it down like that, and what that actually does is when it's all the way down, it kind of makes the only movement on the wings the exact angle that it's supposed to, and it also brings it in line with the shoulders on the front, so you can kind of see the difference here. So definitely something I missed. Big shout out to Eyes Covered for that one. And there we go. So we'll go ahead and we'll put the null rays on, because what Seeker doesn't use his null rays? The answer is none of them. So coming down to the legs, we'll split the legs, just get all this stuff out of the way, open that up. Remember, if this is tight, unscrew that just a little bit, and then you should be able to kind of work the whole thing around here. Relatively easy. Bring the wing over, making sure that it clears everything you need to. If it's not, you can see I was having trouble. This is not flush, so just make sure that it is flush here for the best result. There we go. Fold the tip of the wing in, and then fold this in. Should look like that, and then fold that up. Boom. It's done. Take his foot, fold it down, and just for ease of making it stand, I always just kind of tilt it like that at first. So we'll do that again for this side. Open this back panel. Tilt this up, give this a little push here to kind of work it around. There we go. Clear the purple wing, make sure it's flush. Tip, midsection, fold it in, fold the tip in, close that, and bring the foot down, and then angle it just a little. And then because we've angled it, once we set it down, I find he's very secure. I say that and he starts going backwards. So when I see Skywarp in his robot mode, this is where I realize that unlike most Newage things, this Skywarp and Starscream are missing something, and that's alternate heads. So just the mouth being open like this reminds me of the Transformers movie when, you know, the Autobots are getting offed. It's like the same facial expression that I think Ironhide had when he gets shot. I kind of wish there was a different face. Like I really want Thundercracker and Skywarp to have been a little more stoic looking next to our Starscream, who has a smirk. And I guess it didn't occur to me that I could use more faces on Starscream because the smirk is fine, it suits him. But on Skywarp, I don't know, it kind of bothers me a little. So yeah, there's our Starscream and Skywarp together, and I just can't wait to get Thundercracker to finish this trio. Again, I have no complaints about this guy outside of that I could have used an extra face on him, and that he really could use kind of an extra heel spur to keep him from going back. Like even if they had something just kind of peg in here and come out the back, just a little accessory. Yeah, that would have been nice, just to make sure that they don't really tip back, because as much as you can kind of cheat the feet a little and, you know, get it to work, they definitely do have a slight bit of back heaviness to them. You can also cheat it by using the waist articulation here to give just a slight forward lean over the legs. But you can see it is a little bit on the frustrating side to get them to stand proper. So I showed it last time, but I'll show it again. There's Megatron with them, and I just think they look like a really good set. So anyway, this is T2RX6. I hope you guys enjoyed the review, and I'll see you next time.